What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Alright, first off, I want to say if I grab a chip in during this video, it's because I just got off work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't ate all day. And I should be able to eat a chip every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I know I ain't been posting a couple days. Just got some big news. I'll save that for later, I guess. Once we get to, you know what I'm saying, we're on the grind right now to 1,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub, hit that like, hit that share. Excuse me. Leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think about the videos, about the channel, about this, about that, about all of the above, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just show some love. And yeah, I got some big news. I'm probably gonna drop the big news. I want to wait until I got 1,000 subs to drop the big news, but I feel like that's a long time away. What do y'all think? Comment below and tell me, is 1,000 subs too long to wait to drop the news? Alright, let's get into this video. Tom Segura, completely normal. First 48. Get my amigos on the phone.
God, it's so weird. People ask me, like, I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like, people come up to me and they're like, hey, you travel a lot, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where should I go? I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, hey, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation? Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, oh, I hate the Asian world. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that about you. Yeah.
I mean, that's true. But if you say you like a foreigner and you ain't never been there, say like I ain't never been to Alaska. Say if I go to Alaska and I just walk up to somebody, hey, what's some good place to eat around here? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to the McDonald's and Wendy's and, you know what I'm saying, all these type of places. Like, what's good to eat? You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't just ask anybody. You ask somebody who has, like, they look like they got some sense. You know what I'm saying? Or good taste. You know what I'm saying?
I killed like 4 of them. Like, what are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah. Now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer. Here's all I'm saying. I can't tell you where to go. I can tell you where not to go. Wherever they film the first 48 on A&E. Oh, if you're not familiar with the show, here's what it is. Camera crews follow real homicide detectives for the first 48 hours after a murder. And the reason that time distinction is so important is that after 48 hours, they give up on that murder. They're like, that's some old shit. What do you want to do today? You're like, how about you keep trying to solve that murder, man?
Right.
That shit happened on Monday. It's Wednesday. We're not going to solve that shit. Really. There are so many amazing moments on that show. So many. A lot of the episodes take a similar path. I'm blown away, first of all, at how many times there's a witness to a murder. It's crazy. I always thought murders happen in dark alleys. Nobody.
Look, a lot of those episodes be on like either like Fresno, California, or like Louisville, Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand. I understand what they say. Like within the first 48 hours, all the events and witnesses and people's heads is fresh, it's new. They're not gonna forget. They're less likely to forget a detail. But what changes from hour 47 to 49? Like, did their memory card in their head just get erased? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, I haven't watched the show in a while, but I don't know. It's funny. I don't know.
Nobody saw shit? No. Every other episode, they're like, you see that shit? And the guy's like, I saw that shit, yeah. Where? Right fucking here. Really, I was standing here, and then he killed that dude there. Like, What'd he look like? He was like 5'2" to 6'8", something like that. And they're like, that's the fucking description you're gonna give us? Uh-huh. Anything else about him? Yeah, he had ears too. Thanks, man. No problem. They still will sketch that shit out. And they show it to people. Do you know this guy? And everyone's like, nah. But then one guy will be like, yeah! That's Cricket right there! You're like, oh shit. You know him? I've been knowing Cricket 27 years! What's his real name? Man, that's just Cricket. I don't even know. Stop being white and weird. That's a perfect fucking impression, and you know exactly who that was, okay? Yeah, it's a black guy, and he's wearing a wife beater, and he's got on a dirty hat, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And he looks like he's about 33, but you find out he's 76 years old. And he speaks super aggressively to the cops. I've been out here for a minute! And they're like, all right, Jesus Christ. When was the last time you saw him? He came through with jellyfish last week. They were looking for some smoke. And they're like, all right, Jesus Christ.
Bruh, black people come up with the funniest nicknames for people. And they just stick with it. Like, I got a friend of mine. He's not used to driving, right? And so he's used to taking like public transportation or whatever. Then he recently got his license again, and he started driving again. But he doesn't really know the routes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how to get to point A to point B, the smoothest or fastest. He goes the bus route. You know what I'm saying? So he ran into my pops one day. And my pops, you know what I'm saying? My pops asked him for a ride, and he was like, "Yeah, I give you a ride, whatever." So my dad was he was giving my pops a ride, and my pops told him where he wanted to take him or whatever. He was like, "All right, yeah, I got you." And so they get in the car, and mind you, like, okay, so the route that he would have taken would be straight to the destination, correct? All right. So he gets in the car. They get in the car, and he just starts driving very suspiciously. You know what I'm saying? And my pops asked him like, "Where are you going?" And he was like, my partner was like, "Man, I only know the bus route." He only know the bus route, how to get around town. Yeah, that is hilarious, man. And ever since then, my dad called him bus route. He don't even call him by his name. You know what I'm saying? He already had a nickname before that, but it don't even matter. His new name is bus route. So shout out to my pops, and shout out to my man bus route. You know what I'm saying? Hot dog, man.
They always cut to the whitest detective from that guy, too. They cut from that guy to the guy who's like, I don't think he's going to help us out. We're going to have to find Cricket on our own. That show has the best moment in television. It's the most dramatic thing you could ever see. Because it's real life, and that is the interrogation. The interrogation is amazing. Because here's the thing about drama. You want to have a great, dramatic moment, raise the stakes. Guess what? There's no higher stakes than somebody being questioned about taking somebody else's life. It's inherently compelling television. It is also super serious. But the detectives insist on using the suspect's street name, so the whole thing turns into a fucking cartoon.
Right.
Like, they're literally like, your life is on the line. We need to talk to you. Why don't you have a seat? Little stank, why don't you sit down for a second? Did you or did you not know Dookie shoes? I don't know no Dookie shoes. I got a picture of you hanging out with Dookie shoes. I mean, I seen them. I don't know. And And then they'll throw one bit of evidence against the wall, hoping it'll solve the case. They'll be like, well, we were talking to Namin, and he said that you were at the 7-Eleven last week. And he'll be like, yeah, I shot him in the face. And you're like, God damn, really? That's all it took to break you? Dude, lie. Lie for longer. You can kill somebody, you can't lie for 10 fucking minutes about it?
He said, yeah, I shot him in the face.
Like, dudes will break on anything. They'll be like, we heard you had on a blue shirt last Friday. Yeah, I stabbed those 4 people. Dude, a lot of people have blue shirts, man. You can still get out of this. Here's what I've learned watching that show, okay? Lawyer up. You can't handle that shit. Everybody's like, I'm gonna talk to the cops and straighten this whole thing out. You're gonna do 25 to life.
Right.
Have fun with that, man.
Lawyer up, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you don't lawyer up, the police or the detectives or whatever, people in general can use your ignorance or non-existent knowledge of the rules or regulations or whatever against you to you know what I'm saying, get you, you know what I'm saying, or to make it seem like you did it, you know what I'm saying. A lot of innocent people in jail, man.
Nobody asked for a lawyer. I've seen 300 people get interrogated on this show. 2 of them were like, can I talk to a lawyer? And both times the detectives were like, fuck! And then at the end of those episodes, it said on the screen, all charges against Tayshawn were dropped. Or Jim, pick a fucking name.
It's just a name.
Let's be honest.
Like, people think, a lot of times people categorize or stereotype people based on their name. Like you see it on the paper for like an application or whatever. I knew this one girl in high school. Her name was, I can't even remember her name. Her name was Lucretia. And Lucretia, that was her name, but her parents, that was the name that her parents gave her. You know what I'm saying? Her parents, you know what I'm saying, looked at a book of names, history, and like, we want Lucretia. You know what I'm saying? That's what they went with. And so, but in class and in school, she go by Brooke. Okay? Now, I want you to guess the ethnicity of Brooke, aka real name Lucretia. No, she wasn't black. She was white. She was a white girl. It was a white girl. I remember when she told me that, I was like, your name Lucretia? I'm like, your name, is your stepdaddy black? Like, what's going on here? We need the rest of the story. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, people have different names. You know what I'm saying? I remember a guy at work, I used to work with in retail. He was a white guy. He was like, man, he was asking me if I had any kids. I was like, nah, I ain't got no kids. He was like, man, when I have a son, I'm going to name my son Tyrone. I was like, what? You going to name your son Tyrone? He was like, yeah, man. He would say, you don't never see no white kids running around named Tyrone. I was like, dang, that's true. He was like, I'm going to be like, Tyrone, clean your room. I was like, I was weak. Hey, man, you know who some of the funniest people you'll meet are seasonal workers. Seasonal workers, especially like retail stores and all this stuff. Bro, the funniest, because they'll hire just about anybody to get up in there to, you know, help stock shelves or do this, do that, and the other. Bruh, seasonal workers at stores are hilarious. Next time I go to a store, if the employee makes me laugh, I'm be like, you a seasonal worker, aren't you? They're gonna be like, yep, how you know, yeah. I'm about to quit though.
There's no gyms on the show. I've seen every episode, and none start with, hey, Bryce, can we talk to you for a second, man? Where were you last Friday? I was over at Tanner's house.
Another example, Bryce, middle school. There was a white kid named Bryce. Played basketball with him on the basketball team, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a hooper, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, in high school, another kid named Bryce. Guess what? He was a black boy. He was a black man, you know what I'm saying? We can't be successful in life if we constantly trying to divide. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all the same. Now, I didn't mean to go on this spiel, you know what I'm saying, Tom Segura, you know what I'm saying? This ain't even about him. I ain't even talking about him. I'm just talking about people in general, but I ain't mean to do this in this video. But people, we gotta stop dividing by all of these categories. We divide by country, race, religion, height, weight, hair, no hair, red hair, blue hair. Like, why? At the end of the day, if you keep doing that, guess where you're gonna be? By yourself. Nobody wants to be by themselves. Even though I'm at home alone right now, it's kind of chill, you know what I'm saying? Can't complain, you know what I'm saying?